When I became a Swami, I thought, I'm not going to have anything. I renounced my little family, renounced my business, and renounced everything. I thought I'm going to be nobody. But it looks like just the opposite. I seem to be having everything. As you know, the opposites meet. When you have nothing, you have everything. But when you have something, you're stuck with something. Yeah. If you have something, that's it. You have nothing more. Here, in this island, I didn't expect these two people, Meenakshi and, I should say, Swarupananda or Frederikananda. When they both left the ashram and came over here, I didn't expect they would be able to gather this many people. A tree is known not by its roots, but by its fruits. I am so happy to have these fruits. They are doing a wonderful job in promoting the age-old message under different names. They have established a center named Wellness Center. We are all looking forward to that. Everybody wants to be well. Wellness in body, mind, spirit, everything. They need all our supports to make this grow well, to serve everybody. When coming forward to offer our help to them, we are helping ourselves. Because it's not for their own benefit they are doing this. It's for everybody's sake. So I wish and pray that all come together and do what all we can to help them, to help us. Now I go to some questions here. Question: how do I slow down? We get into fast lane because we want to achieve something for ourselves. When you put yourself first and you want to get this and that, you run wild. Sometimes you do get, but it doesn't come alone. It comes with its problems too. So the best way to slow down is to renounce your personal interest and dedicate your life for the sake of the entire world. Not only the entire humanity, but the entire nature. Live to serve. Then your mind is always in peace. It is that I, me, mine. That is what gets us into problems. We constantly expect things to happen for us. And we become anxious about that. We become stressed out. Even before you start something for your sake, you get into that thought, will I get it or not? And then when you get it, you are excited. And unfortunately, that excitement doesn't last long, because the fear of losing comes. First you wanted to get it, the effort, then you got it. You are excited and you don't want to lose it. You are afraid of. These fluctuations always go with the selfish interest, personal interest. Unfortunately, most of us live like that. We want something to happen. Expectation, expectation, expectation. In return to your work. According to Bible, God, when He created Adam, His very first advice to that little boy was, Adam, do not eat the fruit. The fruit is forbidden to you. What did he mention? What did he mean by do not eat the fruit? When God creates fruits, it is to be eaten. Why should God ask Adam not to eat the fruit? The fruit he meant was the fruit of your life, your own personal life. When you do something, do not look for the result for yourself. That is the fruit. Whatever we do, we want to reap the benefit for ourselves. That disturbs the mind. We learn to do business with everything. I give that to you, you give that to me. If you don't give, I won't give. Even with small young children, we do business. You look at the boy and say, if you get all A's, I'll give you something for your birthday. Business. If you do that, you will get that. You train them to do something so that they can get something. That kind of business, unfortunately, is expressed in family life also. The husband looks at the wife and says, honey, I love you. And then keep on looking at her face. Do you know why? Can you say why he's looking at her? He expects her to return that. Darling, I love you too. He waits for that answer. Suppose she doesn't do that, what will he do? Honey, do you know I love you? Still she is quiet. She gets puzzled. Darling, what's happening with you? Don't you know? I love you. Suppose she turns around and says, I hate you. Where will that hubby be? He will be towards the lawyer's home. What does it mean? He seemed to say, honey, I love you. You should give your love to me. If you don't, I will stop loving you. He gives love to get love. Do you think that is love? There is a word for it. It is business. You give something to get something. If you don't get it, you won't give it. We are experts in doing business even in the name of love. That's why people who have everything still find life miserable. Why? They want to have it for themselves. Look at the entire nature. Not the human beings, all other things, other species in life. They all seem to be not living for themselves. They are living to serve others. When God told Adam not to eat the fruit, Adam heard it. At the same time, the tree also heard it. Because he was talking about something fruit. So the tree was wondering, what is he saying? And the tree heard it. Adam didn't follow the advice, but the tree followed the advice. That's why even today, no tree eats its own fruit. Yeah. 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 You can ask an apple tree, how many fruits did you bring this year? Oh, about 5,000 to 6,000 fruits. Oh, out of that, how many did you eat? What? Do you think I am a human being to eat my own fruits? That's what. Anything and everything. Ask any animal. Why are they living? They are living to serve others. Minerals, sun, moon, rain, air, elements, everything in life don't seem to be living for their sake. They are living only to serve. That's why there's no need for religion to them, no scriptures for them, no preaching for them, because they are all living the life they are supposed to live. But unfortunately, only human beings. Why? Because God gave them a little freedom. He gave us the freedom to use the lesson for us or not. That freedom is not used well. We use our freedom to be free dumbs. Yeah? So the only way to slow down is to know that I have been created to serve others. I have been made to live to serve others. Even living is not in our hands. We are made to live. What for? To serve others. Do you want a proof that we are made to live? What is the most important thing to live? The most important thing for us to live. Any answer? Huh? You can live without love. But air. The breath we take in, we can live without food for a few days, without drink for a few days, but not without air. And you know how many times the air goes out of our body in a minute? Did you know? 16 times the air goes out of the body. That means we breathe out. When the air goes out of the body, what does it mean? You're almost dying. If you want to live, do you consciously breathe in the air? I have to live. It just goes out. Without even your knowledge, it comes in. Even the air seems to be having a complaint about us. One day, the air addressed the God. God, why do you want me to go into his lungs? And he's a murderer. I go with life, but he kills me, burns me, destroys me, and brings out as carbon dioxide. Seems God told the air, air, I created you for that purpose. You have to sacrifice your life so that he can live. Get in. That is how the air comes into our lungs again. So why should God do that? Or the nature do that? Forcing the air back into our lungs so that we can live. What for? God wanted us to live to serve. But unfortunately, we forget that. So anybody who lives for the sake of others, without putting oneself first, think of others first. Do what all you can in your own little way. You don't have to copy the other person. We all have capacity to serve others in our own little way. And that's what we are doing, but we don't do it consciously. Even the so-called good-for-nothing person. Suppose somebody says, I'm not doing anything in this life. I'm a waste. I'm a burden to the world. Even that person is serving others indirectly. You know how a good-for-nothing person serves others? He sets an example to others not to be like him. So even he is useful for others. If we are not going to be useful for anything or anybody anymore, God is not going to waste His breath on us. It's easy for Him to just turn off the switch. So the mere fact we are alive means that we have to do something for others. That's why God is keeping us alive. That way, the mind is always peaceful. No anxiety, no worry, no fear. And you don't have to be in the fast lane. You are slowing down. That is the teaching behind all these religions. Whatever name you call it. They all say, live for others. Sacrifice your selfishness. Renounce your selfishness. Think of the world first. Serve them in God's name. Religions, labels may differ, but the teaching is the same. Live to serve, live to serve. The well-known scripture Bhagavad Gita also says the same thing as Bible. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma paleshu. You are entitled to work, but not for its fruit. He also uses the same term, fruit. Don't look for the fruit, just serve. That was the very first advice when God gave to that very first man who created by Him. All the rest are explanations, developments on that truth. So our life should be based on serving others, serving others. Think well. Even if you don't have any facility to serve in other means, think well. We have served people. Speak well. We don't have to be working with physical body alone. Even thinking good of others. We can serve any way we want. That is yoga too. What is the essence of yoga? Samatvam yoga uchyate. Equanimity of mind is yoga. Keep the mind always balanced, serene. How can we do that? By serving others. By not expecting anything in return. All our agitations are caused by this expectation. Either we are depressed or we are excited. We look for excitement more, without knowing that every excitement has the other side, depression. Depression and excitement are the same, part and parcel of the same wave. Living in an island like this, surrounded by sea, what do you see there? The waves. The world itself is a wave, is an ocean. Samsara Sagaram. Life itself is an ocean. And it has waves, ups and downs, ups and downs. When we go to the beach, some people are afraid of the waves. Some people look for bigger waves. Why? They know how to surf. Others do not know. I say a good yogi is a good surfer. He loses $50,000, he will dial friends and say, "Hey, do you know that? I lost $50,000. We don't do that normally. We want only one side of the coin. Everything has the opposite side. If you have pleasure, there is a pain on the other side. If you have profit, there is a loss on the other side. If somebody praises you, wait for somebody to blame you. It's all part of life. But unfortunately, we want only one side of the coin. I like the tail. I only want to have the tail. But the head also comes. So the only way is to accept both. Nandre seivai, pila seivai, nano idatku nayagame. A great saint sings to God. God, where good comes or bad comes, it's all your deed. I am not responsible for it. I accept both. When you want to give me, you give me everything. When you think I don't need it anymore, you take it away. I accept both. No expectation, but acceptance. Life, that is what you call surfing. Learn to accept pleasure and pain, profit and loss, praise and blame. Everything has its opposite side, right and left, up and down. You can't avoid that. So when you accept both, your mind doesn't get excited or depressed. The mind remains peaceful, balanced. That's what yoga. When the mind is well balanced, you are slowed down. You don't have to run around. Let me slow down with the answer. Swamiji, how do I know when I have found my spiritual mate? Good question. When is it appropriate to surrender, and when is it appropriate to keep searching? Until you learn surrendering, keep searching. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah. Keep running after until you get tired of it. Don't we say that in the life? Sometimes say, oh, I am sick and tired of everything. When do you say that? When everything fails. He or she is a very lucky person. When everything fails in life, you are the most luckiest person. Why? You don't run after that anymore. All that we are running after is for our own happiness. Ask anybody in life, why are you doing this? Why are you running after this? Why do you want to do business? Why do you want to get married? Why do you want to make your life, your face so beautiful? Anything and everything. Why do you want to steal the bank? Rob the bank? Whatever the question you ask, the only answer is, I want to be happy. Is there any doubt about that? Whatever we do it so that we can be happy. Is it right? Ask a man who robs a bank. Say, why are you doing it? I want to have a lot of money. Why do you want to have a lot of money? I want to be happy. Ask the policeman who runs after him to catch. Say, if I catch him, I'll get promotion. If you get promotion, I'll be happy. The robber is looking for happiness. The policeman is also looking for happiness. Anything and everything. Not only people, even things. Ask a plant. You put a plant in a corner of the house, it's dark there. It strains its neck towards the window. Say, why are you straining your neck towards the window? Oh, I am unhappy to be in the darkness. I want some light. We are all looking for happiness, happiness, happiness. But unfortunately, nothing and nobody can make you happy. Let us know that positively. Nobody. Who is your soulmate? Can the soulmate can make you happy always? Somebody is nodding like this, totally. Who is the soulmate after all? Your soul is your mate. Yeah. That's what you call soulmate. You don't have to meet somebody and call somebody a soulmate. Even if you meet somebody, you are not loving that person, somebody. No. Don't love the body. You are loving the soul of the body. That's why you call it soulmate. This soul loves that soul. Not the bodies, not the purses, not the name, not the fame, not the beauty. Because they are not going to be permanent. They will all run. Our happiness, we think coming from outside is like running after our own shadow. You want to catch your shadow. Can you catch your shadow? The more you run, the more the shadow will run ahead of you. You will never catch your shadow. So you run. But ultimately you get sick. I'm tired. There's no point in running after this. You turn around. Walk. When you turn around, walk, you are walking towards the light. Gently turn your head back and look who is coming behind you. Who is following you now? The same guy after whom you were running. The shadow. You are running after the shadow, you turn around and walk, the shadow follows you. Never run after anything or anybody. Stay put or turn around, they will run after you. That is life. Because you can't catch things, your shadow. You are running after your happiness, but the happiness is in you. Your own happiness reflected in other things. Like your face, for example. Can I ask you a question? Huh? Okay. All of you. Do you all have faces? Huh? How do you know? Have you ever seen it? Huh? In the mirror? What you see in the mirror is not your face. Silence. What? What you see in the mirror is not your own face.
What is it?
Huh?
What is it?
It's a reflection of your face. Am I right? Huh? So you don't see your face there. You see the reflection of your face. Correct? If you don't have a face, you won't see that there. Suppose while seeing your face or the reflection of your face in a mirror, something happens to the mirror begins to wobble a little. How will you see your face? Huh? Crooked, wobbly. So when you see a wobbly face in the mirror, do you run to your doctor? Huh? No. Why? You know there's nothing wrong with your face, there's something wrong with the mirror. Right? So what do? You make the mirror clean and straight. When you have a clean and straight mirror, you see your face clearly. Nothing wrong with the face. Exactly like that. You are Mr. Happy or Miss Happy. I won't say Miss Happy. And you are seeing your own happiness reflected in things. You assume that will make you happy. That means it's reflecting. You wanted your happiness to reflect through that. If only I get it, I'll be happy. We say that. That means you are transferring your happiness onto that. And you forget it is your happiness reflected. You think that thing brought you happiness. So, to maintain the happiness, you want to hold on to the thing. You don't want to lose it. The minute you think that way, the fear of losing comes. You are no more happy. That's how in life. People with all the facilities, lot of money, lot of power, position, king of kings, shah of shahs, huge country presidents. Are they all happy? The most beautiful face of a woman, crowned queen of the year. Is she always happy? One small, simple pimple huh? And there goes the beauty queen. The Olympic champs, the high jumper. You jump 13, what is the maximum record now, high jumping? Anybody know? 8 feet? 8 feet? So, okay, 8 feet, keep it like that. 8 feet is the credit, maximum. You won the medal, world champion. If tomorrow somebody jumps 8 feet 1/8 of an inch, you lost your championship. So your championship is lost in 1/8 of an inch. Nothing is permanent. The whole world is like that. One time, The kings and queens, big royalties, they want to have a large country, rule the whole world. Even if it happens that he rules the whole world, today we want to rule our rule over the waters. They have divided the land. It's my land, your land. We have divided the sea. This is my sea, your sea, you sea. Huh? And we didn't stop there. We are dividing the sky. My sky, your sky. If you want to fly over my sky, you have to get permission. As if they tarred it. When somebody flies, they will ruin the tar. We have divided everything. Now we have gone to moon. The Americans say, this is my moon. This side at least. Dark side. Russia, if you want to take the dark side, take it. But bright side is ours. Where is the limit? One time, New York was the proudest country, proudest city, the tallest building we had. Empire State Building. They were telling that for the past 15 years. Then they got tired. How long they can talk about one tall building? So they wanted to build two tallest buildings, twin towers. What I mean to say here is the mind never gets satisfied with what it has. It wants more and more and more and more because we think that more brings happiness. Until one day we say, oh, we are sick and tired of this. When you really say that you are sick and tired, you are a lucky person. Why? Because you have become a seeker. Seeker. When you become a real seeker, then you become a real seeker. To become a good seeker, one has to become a seeker now. Good. I'm looking for happiness by talking too long. There is a lot of other programs also. So, what I say, how do I know I have found my spiritual mate? You will know it yourself. It's not, there's no way of measuring it. How does the calf know its mother cow in a big herd of cows? There's a big herd of cows. You let loose a calf, the calf finds its own cow, mother cow. Feeling. So you will know when you find one. But think of that, you are looking for a soulmate, not a purse mate, or a name mate, or a beauty mate. Because all those mates will not last long. Okay. Now we will keep this for other session. Now we have a break now. Meenakshi is going to say something. What do you want me to, Meena? I go back? Sit here? Oh. This is more comfortable, no doubt. Okay.
In a few minutes, we're going to have an intermission. And before we do, we have a few things we'd like to share with you. This evening, where he received his spiritual name, Swarupananda, which means the one who rests in the bliss of his own true nature. He has been learning to access this bliss through the practices of yoga and meditation, as taught by Swami Satchidananda. And in wanting to share that deep peace and the tools for accessing it, he produced 2 videos, one on meditation and one on stress management. And now he's going to share a few words with us, and we'll have some announcements, a short intermission, and then Swamiji will be back for part 2 to answer the remaining questions. Thank you.
Beloved Gurudev and summit of the Maui Angel Team family. It's really a blessing and a privilege to have the opportunity to host this event. And I hope and pray that it is the first of many, many events with Swamiji and in the name of yoga and meditation to share with you. In the name of Swamiji's teachings, we have formed a nonprofit organization named Wellbeing International Incorporated, which is based here on Maui. And in order to serve, we purchased a beautiful 11-acre oceanfront property with a beautiful waterfall and some of the most beautiful scenery, very lush in the Haiku area, where we're hoping to have a very small private retreat center. And we'll be having yoga classes there once a week and at least once a month a meditation a day, a workshop, or perhaps even more often, maybe once a week as we get going. And already some of you have come to different programs that we've held there and classes and retreats, and we invoke your blessings for this project and your support. And it's been a kind of scary and arduous attempt to leave the womb of Yogaville, where everything is so beautifully settled with my beautiful spiritual family, and to drift across the ocean and to start a similar program and a similar ashram here. But with Swamiji's blessings and with so many of people's here support, it's growing. And we have behind here different ways that you're able to help support us and also to get some beautiful gifts. And we have our videotapes. And we also invite you to sign up, those who haven't already signed your address, on our mailing list, which also we're sharing with Axiom, to keep you updated on wonderful events that will be happening. So thank you so much, beloved family, and looking forward to serving you. Aloha.